Hey guys, and welcome to Petrol Ped. As many of you know, I'm sure, this year I'm working with 70mi dash cams. I've had their cameras hardwired into my cars, so I'm running them for myself. And in this video, tying in with Amazon Prime Day, I'm going to give you an overview of their 4 best-selling dash cams, some of their key features, why you would want to get one over the other, and hopefully get you a good deal if you want to grab one for yourself. Now, over the years, I've ran lots of different types of dash cams, and I often get confused with all of the different features and functions and specifications. And it's confusing sometimes. You think, well, which is the best camera for me? What are the things I should be looking out for? So we're going to run through 4 different cameras at 4 different price points. Looking at the key features and then why you would maybe take the next step up and go to the next one up in the price range. So we're going to start off with this. This is 70mi's entry-level camera. It's called an A810 Lite. Now, first things first, this is what's called a dual channel recording dash cam. What that basically means in layman's terms is it's got 2 cameras, one pointing out the front window and one pointing out the rear window. The front-facing camera is running 4K at 30 frames a second, and the rear-facing camera is running at 1080p or HD. So you're going to get really good quality images at a really good price point. Now, a couple of things. All of 70mi's dash cams are 4G compatible. What you can do is you can buy one of these. This is a 4G hardwiring kit, and it comes with a 4G modem that connects your dash cam to the internet, and that means you can remotely access your dash cam from an app on your phone, opening up a whole range of features. Other things that all 70mi dash cams support, they'll all support SD cards of up to 512 gigabytes, and they all support Wi-Fi 6, which is the fastest and latest version of Wi-Fi. And what that means is getting access to the video and photographs that you've got on here. You can do that wirelessly from an app on your smartphone. You can take the SD card out and plug it into a computer as well if you want to, but you don't really need to do that. You can just wirelessly connect your phone. So all 70mi dash cams support that. So this is a really great camera if you just want to dip your toe into dash cams. You're not too sure, you don't want to spend too much money. This comes in at well under £100 for the whole system. And it's great if you're just on your daily commute and you just want that security of having a camera in your car. If you want a little bit more functionality, a little bit more quality, you can step up to the next camera. Now this is an A810S. It's still a dual channel system, so it's got 4K front camera, but this time it's running a Sony Starvis 2 sensor. Now in layman's terms, that just means the image quality is much better, and it's got a 1080p rear-facing camera. The form factor's a little bit different. I like this one. This is what I've got running in my Mini Roadster. The main front camera has the unit with the screen on it, and the front-facing camera is just a swivel thing. So the whole thing connects to the front windscreen, and then you just swivel the camera to get the right angle, whereas this one, you stick it on, and then the whole screen and camera move together. I think this just looks a little bit nicer and a little bit cleaner. But that is the A810S. Brilliant system. I've been really pleased with the images that I've captured from my car already. The other thing is, in terms of image capturing, we're now able to utilize a couple of 70mi's proprietary technologies. Firstly, they've got a thing called Night Owl Vision and Lumi Vision, and that means these things capture nighttime images really, really well. Under low light conditions, you're still going to get really good quality images. So this is about £50 more expensive than the entry-level one. So I think these two, if you're not sure, they're a really good place to start. Work out which one you're comfortable with in terms of your price point. You do get a lot more features for the extra money with the A810S. As I said, that's what I've got currently running in the Mini Roadster. Let's step up another 100 quid or so and go into 70mi's premium range. This is the 4K Omni. And I love this camera. The form factor is brilliant. I ran one of these in a car about 18 months ago, and I really liked it because it's just got some really cool features, and it kind of makes you smile. I'll explain why. It's a dual channel system, so it has front facing and rear facing camera, but let me show you. First up, it's got the best box drop slow. Look at that. That is pioneered by Apple, but absolutely nailed by 70mi. So here we go. This is the main front facing camera, if I can actually get it out of the box. It looks like a kind of, for the Star Wars fans amongst us, like a little mini R2-D2. It sits on the windscreen like that, and the camera goes out the front windscreen. And this is a 4K camera with the Sony Starvis 2 sensor, so really, really good quality. But this bottom part here rotates through 360 degrees, and it accepts voice commands. So you can get this part to rotate 180 degrees and point out the back of the car. And why I like this is, if like me, you love your convertibles, this is a brilliant dash cam for a convertible. It is a dual channel system, so it does come with a rear facing camera. But the challenge with rear facing cameras is, well, if you're in a saloon or a hatch or an estate, there is a glass window at the back, and you can permanently stick this on and all things are good. The challenge with a convertible is your rear window, in most cases nowadays, is glass, but in some cars it might actually just be like really thick plastic. And when you drop the roof, you're going to have some issues with this in terms of the wiring, and it's going to get knocked off. So generally speaking, you can't use a rearward facing camera on the rear screen. You might be able to put it somewhere on the bodywork, but with this, all those issues go away, because you can just have it looking at the front windscreen, and then if you needed it to point backwards, let's say someone was tailgating you, you can just speak to the camera and get it to look backwards. And there's like a little animated face come on here, and he kind of winks at you and smiles at you and makes noises as you talk to it. I just absolutely love one of these. Now, it is worth noting that you can't look, if you're just using it as a single channel system, you can't look out the front window and out the back window at the same time. You can only do one or the other. But you can also get it to take pictures from the side as well. So if someone had pulled up alongside you, you can get it to take, you can speak to it and get it to rotate just through 90 degrees and take video or still images of the person next to you. Now, not only does this do Night Owl Vision and Lumi Vision, but it also has something called My Color Vivid Plus, which again is just in the premium range of dash cams that 70mi do. It just enhances the image quality even more. So I really like this as a form factor. I think it looks really cool in the car. It's a little bit different, and it gives you a range of cool features. Now, it also, if you hardwire this, it also has AI motion detection. Now, I should have mentioned the A810S also does that. But what it basically means is, if your car is parked up and it's hardwired into the car, this is powered up, and if it senses movement near the car, the camera will fire up and capture some images. So if someone moves a little bit too close to your car, or is looking through the window or doing something suspicious, this will capture images of that. So that is the Omni. I absolutely love that thing. Looks cool, loads of features, round about 230, 240 pounds, depending on the offers you get. Brilliant. Now, I think the next thing we do is go really premium. And last but by no means least, the 70mi 4K T800. This is the top of the range 70mi dash cam, and this is what I got fitted into my Macan. We're now looking at just over £300, but I actually had a bundle because they do a bundle that includes the main dash cam, but also a second big battery and hardwiring kit, and that bundle is just over £500. But I'll explain all the details of that as we go. So this is now what's called a 3-channel system. It has 3 cameras. The front-facing camera is 4K, but now that camera is running at up to 60 frames a second, and it's got that Sony Starvis 2 sensor, so the best quality camera that you can get. I should have mentioned, by the way, that the Omni also runs at 60 frames a second in 4K. It just means even better, sharper quality and more detail for you to look at. This has a rear-facing camera, but now the difference with this one is the rear-facing camera on this system is also running at 4K, whereas in the other cameras we've looked at, they've all been 1080p. And then finally, there's a third camera that looks into the cabin and records what's happening inside the car, and that's running at 1080p. So this is going to be capturing 3 different video feeds as you drive along. Now, we'll have a chat about functionality, but it's the same thing. Ideally, you want to hardwire this into the car to untap all of the features. But just like with all of the cameras we've looked at, you can just wire them in and power them from a USB socket or from the 12-volt socket in your car. When you turn your car off, however, all of these cameras will then power down and they won't be working at all. If they're hardwired in, you untap features like the 24-hour surveillance modes and so on. I have done a video on hardwiring these cameras in. I'll put a link in the top right-hand corner of your screen and in the description below. You could have a go yourself if you've got the, if you're pretty handy with DIY and so on, then it's not a complicated process, but you do need to know what you're doing. Alternatively, just look for a local fitter in your area. There's bound to be several to choose from. And I think that way you're likely to get just a more professional and better looking installation. That's certainly what I did anyway. Let's just have a quick chat about data, because one of the questions I've had a few times on some videos is about SD cards. All of these have an SD card slot to insert an SD card, and they can all deal with SD cards up to 512 gigabytes, which is a big SD card. This one here, just as an example, this is 128 gigabytes. They all come with an SD card, by the way. But how big an SD card do you need? Well, the way that these systems work is when they start recording, they'll start recording onto the SD card up until the capacity of the SD card. So you'll get 128 gigabytes worth of data on this. And then what happens is the camera goes effectively back to the beginning and starts overwriting the files at the beginning. So you'll never lose any footage, but if you like, your archive of footage that's available to you is a combined amount of 128 gigabytes. How long that is in terms of time really depends on, are you running it as a single channel, dual channel, or 3 channel? What's the quality level of the cameras? It's quite a complicated question to answer. In my T800, I've got a 512 gigabyte memory card. In the A810 S that I've got running in my Mini Roadster, I've got 128 gigabytes. So that's just a little bit on your SD card. But this is a very, very capable system. So if you're really into, you've tried out your kind of entry level, you think dash cams are for me, I want the very best quality, I want the very best protection, all of the features and functionality. I've got 24-hour parking surveillance. I'm going to be able to remotely access into the camera and look at what's happening in my car. I can get the location of my my car through this. Then that's where you're really looking at with that. That is the top level, and I'm delighted with the one that I've got in my Macan. I haven't mentioned all of these have like a G-shock meter, so if there's a sudden bump, and that can be triggered sometimes by going over a big pothole, or if you hit something, they automatically start recording the events leading up to that bump and the events after that bump, and store it in a separate file on the dash cam, so it's easy to access either by taking the SD card and plugging it into a computer, or by linking the app from your phone and downloading it there. So it will capture any whoopsies that you may have. Last couple of things I want to briefly talk about. One of them is these little filters. So you can get these filters. They're effectively a polarizer that can go onto the front of the cameras. And what it does effectively is remove any glare from the windscreen and just give you an even better image. So worth having a look at the filters. And then I've mentioned the hardwiring kit. So inside this hardwiring kit are all the wires you need to link the dash cams into effectively the fuse box of your car. And there's a little 4G modem, and in here is a SIM card for that 4G modem to give your dash cam mobile data connectivity. Now there's a number of plans that you can access. The basic data plan on that SIM card is free. So if you just wanted very basic levels of access, it doesn't actually have to cost you anything. Or for a small subscription, you can have more data and more access to functionality, but all of that comes in the hard wiring kit. And again, these are about £40 or so. So when you're buying your dash cam, you think, am I going to hardwire it? In which case you need to buy one of these. Or maybe you buy it, try it out without it being hardwired, and you think, I'd like to try some of those extra features, and you can then get your hard wiring kit and see if someone can help you wire that in. So there you go. That is my range review of 70mi. Let's do a bit of a summary. So we started off with the A810 Lite, an entry-level dash cam under 100 quid. You can still access 4G connectivity with it. It has front-facing 4K, rear-facing 1080p. Brilliant bit of kit, this. For an extra 50 quid or so, you're going to step up. You're going to get a better quality sensor with the A810S. 4K front camera, 1080p rear camera, but now you've got the Sony Starvis 2 sensor, so better image quality. And you've also got AI motion detection. So if you've hardwired this, you can start to have it capture images if someone gets too close to you in a car park. That is a really good, if you're wanting to first dip your toe in, and you don't want the basic entry one, you want a little bit of better quality, highly recommended. That is what I've got running in my Mini Roadster. Then you've got the Omni. Love this thing. I think the form factor is really cool. It's got a rotating 360-degree 4K camera that will point out the front or out the rear, but it has a rearward-facing camera as well, so it is a dual-channel system. This is a brilliant camera if you've got a convertible. If you're not able to physically install a rearward-facing camera, the swivel front camera, you can just talk to it, get it to turn around and record out the back. Absolutely love the form factor of these. Lots and lots of fun. And then finally, top of the range, you've got the T800. You've now got 3 cameras, 4K out the front, 4K out the back, and a cabin 1080p camera. If you buy the bundle, this also comes with an extra battery. So if you're going to hardwire these in, it's going to draw their power from the 12-volt battery in your car. If you buy the second big battery, the 12-volt system charges that battery when the car's running, and then the camera will pull from that first, and when that's run down, then it will go into the 12-volt. A lot of these cameras from kind of here onwards also do analysis of your power as well, and will basically give you some details of your power level if you remote access into them, if you've bought one of these, the 4G hard wiring kit. So that is my range review of 70mi. Running that in my Roadster, love it. Running that in my Macan, love it. And this is going to be going into the Spider. I just need to get it installed. Now, if you want any of these, it's Amazon Prime Day. I'm able to give you some really cool bargains. Follow all the links in the description below and in a pinned comment. I'll put some details on screen as I'm talking. Use my discount code, use the links, and grab yourself a 70mi dash cam. Happy hunting. Question is, put in the comments below, which one are you going to choose?